I have been on mute this whole time. Lucas, thank you so much for making that comment. Otherwise, this would have been a very sad stream. Um, and has the timer not been working? Yo, I've not been with it this stream. I'm telling you. Well, I guess you didn't hear, but I've had the longest of days for a number of different reasons. And I was telling you about how I'm drinking some tea right now, and tea is caffeine, and caffeine makes me tired very strangely. So, yeah, we have been training, and we're just I'm only now getting my shit together to make sure you guys can all see that. I see I've got a challenge from Arjun. Arjun, I don't know if you are a member of the stream. I don't think I know you, so please make yourself known on chat. I am potentially open to a game, but for now we're gonna keep on with the training. So, yeah, let me know if you happen to be watching. But yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so actually, since this is an opening, let's just see how this came. Okay, it was a King's Gambit. Wow, f6 being played. This is wild. And the fact that there's a good move here for black to be like better is something pretty cool. Arjun Fighter, hi, yes. Hello, welcome to the stream. As you know, I mean, I don't know if you know actually, but my streams right now, like, I'm basically trying to train my tactics because I am just god awful at tactics. Yeah, drink more tea before the Langton match so that I can beat you. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Like, I mean, I think our team is gonna be struggling, so I think I'm gonna need all the points I can get. But hey, maybe you know, you got some time to improve. I can see it being close. But yeah, Arjun, basically, I'm training my tactics and calculation on this stream. You're welcome to join. Maybe at the end of the stream, like I'll give you a game, if you like. Okay, perfect, Lucas. Yeah, I think we should be able to get a team together, for that Thursday, like 28th of March or whenever it was. That would be really cool. But also, Arjun, do I know you from somewhere? Like, I feel like your name rings a bell, like your full name, but maybe I'm tripping. So, okay, again, evaluate the position, work out our candidates, find the right move. I really want to get to 50 at least on this yeah, puzzle streak. I don't think we should be making a mistake until then. Oh god, it's so hard to evaluate when a move just jumps out at you. It's like so tempting just to take and then win this bishop. And also, I don't get the difficulty of these exercises. Like, why are they so easy sometimes? Like surely you just take this piece. Like what is there to calculate? I swear to God, if this is wrong, I'm gonna be so mad. Like, what else could there be? I'm just taking that piece and I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Okay, let's just do it. Let's do it, for God's sake. Okay. Okay, phew. I'm not going completely crazy. Oh, we spoke on Lichess a bit? I see. Right. Briefly about reaching 2000 elo. Yeah, I remember this conversation a long time ago, right? Must have been like a year ago at least, if not longer. No time to study chess. Got my A level in June. Just finished revising. Oh, good luck. But when you say just finished revising, what do you mean? Like, you finished revising for your A levels in June, or you finished revising for your mocks? Do you still have mocks in January, or like, how does it work? Okay. So, black's turn to move. What to do? And again, why are these puzzles so easy? It's just check and then you pick up this queen. Like, I've seen this theme like 1,000 times now. Having said that, I did almost lose a rapid game because I actually missed this theme, and then my opponent missed it too. So clearly I don't know this theme enough, and Lichess is telling me to like get my shit together. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the move. I mean, if not, we can just take the rook at the very least. At the very least, probably we even have checkmate. So this has to be good enough. Thank God for that. Okay. Mocks are in February, I see. Okay. Yeah, so actually, Arjun, how's your grind to 2000? I Oh wait, I opened your profile. Hey, you got to 2000. That's sick, man. Wait, so I won't open our chat up on stream just in case there's like some sensitive stuff that I don't know what we spoke about. But okay, in general, okay, the minus 45 points is not so great, I guess. But in general, yeah, like the fact that you're like solid 2000 now, this is fantastic. But one thing I want to just quickly recommend while we're here, just seeing this makes me very sad, just from personal experience as well of like having tilts. Oh, we were talking about FIDE? Oh, okay, no wonder. Okay. Well, how is that journey going? Is 1712 your live rating? But one more thing I would say about these kind of tilts. There's basically a way that I kind of avoid tilt, which I think is really, really, really good. Like, I've tried so many different methods, and sometimes some of these methods work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they work for like a week, sometimes they stop working. But one thing that's really worked for a long time for me is actually something that my 13-year-old rival at my local chess club recommended for me. And I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this this tip with you guys. But he basically has a rule where whenever you're playing online chess, no matter what the time control is, you have a policy for yourself that if you gain, I think it was 25 points, you stop there. If you lose 25 points, you also stop there as like a punishment for losing 25. Like you don't even get a chance to redeem yourself, right? So 25 max, 25 loss as well as a max. Now, the cool thing about it is if you win, then and you win again, and this is great, and you keep winning and you get to 25, fantastic, right? However, if you lose a game, you will keep playing until you get back into positive, and as soon as you get back into positive, you stop. So for instance, I had a day, the 26th of January, where I think I lost my first rapid game, got minus 10 points, then I won my next two and got plus 4. Since I started off on a negative and I reached a positive, I have to stop. I'm not allowed to play anymore. Because in reality, the fact that I lost one game this day means I'm probably not on top form, and I could probably tilt, I don't know, a bunch more points, right? Now, for the Blitz, I think I won the first game, lost the next game, lost the next game, so I was on a big negative, and then I won the next two, finishing on plus 1. So again, okay, the plus 4, the plus 1, they're not really gains, but the fact is they're like very tiny gains, and more importantly, they're not a tilt. So if you can just have good days and neutral days, then you're going to make some big progress in terms of like your rating overall. I realize this isn't like an effective strategy in tournament chess, right? Because you can't really just pick and choose how many games you play, or at least you shouldn't. But in terms of online chess and like actually trying to reach this consistency, I found that this rule works a treat. So you're really just having neutral days and good days. And I mean, okay, there is a chance that you will not be able to fight your rating back to a positive, and you will go all the way down to minus 25, right? But so far, that hasn't happened. I think like I've got like close, I've got like down to minus 15, then I really get like pissed off, really focus hard, claw it all the way back, but I know when to stop. Because as soon as I get to the positive, I stop. So okay, I know that was completely unwarranted and no one asked for this, but I think it's a really interesting way of going about online chess, and it's been very effective for me. Okay, we have the pawn cube, which is the most goated pawn structure in the entire history of the world. And it's black's turn to play. So let's have a think what to do. Evaluate as well. So, okay, 4, 7, 4, 7. Okay. Again, a candidate move definitely jumps out at you, as it should. I mean, I think the first move has to be played. Like, if this isn't a first move, like, I don't really understand chess. Yeah, I don't know what to, I don't know what to say, guys. Like queen takes h3, king g1, and just I feel like you just lift the rook. I mean, white would need to play like f4 to prevent mate, or they can give a check. But okay, it's just one check, even if they take here. So I think like they'd have to play like f4 to stop rook g5, and then I think we just swing all the way over, right, to h5. Maybe white can try play f3 to escape, but probably it doesn't escape for long. Like just queen g3 check, king f1, queen takes f3 check, king g1 and mate. Like I think that's pretty clear. So I don't know. I think like, you know, how can you not take this pawn? Like what else is there to consider? And then I feel like we have to bring the rook because like what else? Like we literally have two pieces. Okay, appreciate the advice, Arjuna. I'm glad you found it somewhat useful. Okay, yeah, I mean, for some reason all of these puzzle streak exercises have become very easy. Because I remember like I had one of them, like even like the fifth exercise was like super hard for some reason. I mean, given the current difficulty of these exercises, I'd be like super tilted if I were to get one wrong. So, okay, let's still try and stay disciplined. So, let's evaluate. Okay. Actually, guys, like for those that have seen like many of the streams of recent, what type of tactics training do you enjoy watching the most? Like, ultimately, I've got to be selfish and do what's best for my own training, or what I can physically handle, because right now I literally can't physically handle anything more than this. But yeah, would be curious to hear like what you guys enjoy watching. Might subconsciously influence my decision of what to train. Okay, so I've done my evaluation. Time to find some candidate moves as a result. Okay, I think I've got like 3 candidate moves, and I'd be surprised if... Okay, 4 candidate moves. I'd be surprised if one of them isn't winning. And okay, actually it's very interesting because the 4th candidate move I came to, I think this is actually the most clear cut. So it's good that I kept looking for more candidate moves. Yeah, this looks completely over. But yeah, wow, I almost missed this candidate move. So okay, we almost choked this puzzle streak. Okay, can anyone tell me the move from chat? Wait. Alright. No, it's not queen h6. Exactly. So, for the record, my 3 candidate moves to begin with were queen f6. I then looked at... What was my second one? My third one was e6. But I had another one. I had queen f6, e6. Oh, knight f6 check. Because why not give a check? So I had the feeling that one of these like should be working. But then, of course, queen h6 is just completely winning. Because you're threatening mate. And yeah, if they try and defend the mate with queen f8... then you can go knight f6 check and mate on h7. So there's no time to defend both this and this threat. So yeah, in general, like, yeah, whenever you've got this like hole on g7 and they don't have a bishop controlling these dark squares, yeah, finding a way to attack is a really good idea. Attack on the dark squares, I mean. You know, it's actually crazy, like, how much chess education there is nowadays, because I feel like the topic of like color complexes and like attacking on the dark squares, this is a thing like I even teach like my most beginner of students, right? But I remember like I got to a decent level like old ratings like maybe 140 or maybe even 160. So that's like the equivalent of like 1800 FIDE. And back then, I literally didn't know about like color complexes. It's crazy. And like I remember someone at my chess club, there's very like strong strategical player. Like he was like kind of like maybe 2100 in his peak, and he was talking to me about like color complexes, and it was just blowing my mind. Because I'd never like considered like colors in attacks, and like back then I feel like there just wasn't the same kind of like, I don't know, chess terminology. Like people just didn't know about this stuff. Like I don't know, I guess people did, but like it just wasn't like so commonly used. I don't know what this tea is doing to me. I'm feeling like very reflectionist and nostalgic, whatever. I don't know. I'm I'm tired, guys. I'm really tired. You can probably tell. Right. Okay. Let's do another one. So, I mean, it's probably evident from the fact that we've done 5 tactics, and the stream before we did like, I guess 33. So, I don't think we're gonna be matching these numbers this stream. But let's see. Okay, so let's have another think. Maybe it's the music as well. Maybe it's like very, very relaxing. I don't know, making more excuses. I think chess players are the king of excuses because, I mean, when you lose a game, you've got no one to blame except yourself. So you need to like be good at making up random excuses that aren't actually legit. Okay, so I think I've evaluated the position somewhat. Definitely not well, but I've given it a go. Um, and time to try and think what is the right follow-up. I'm gonna make a note of something actually. Okay, so let me give you guys my evaluation of the position. So if we consider our king's safety, this king is quite weak. We're cutting off its rights to castle. It's not really in time to castle queenside, and it's in the center, right? That's not great. Our king, on the other hand, I do think it's actually pretty safe, although there are some potential back rank things to worry about. Maybe this knight check or something, but I don't think there's anything serious. In terms of material is equal. We have like this doubled pawn, isolated pawn, but you know, this is a backwards pawn. This is kind of weak, you know, so everyone's pawns are like a bit dodgy in some places. But it's our move. So we'd hopefully have something to show for it. Unfortunately, the only move I can really see that does anything of significance is knight f7, in which the queen just moves to a safe square, probably like e7. And if we take black and take us, and I don't really know what exactly we've achieved there, except for trapping our knight in the corner. Yeah, one more thing to add about the evaluation is that, like, you know, these pieces are quite active, but our knight is currently under attack. Both sides have development issues. I don't even know how you get to this position. Like I genuinely wanna check out this game. Like if I can see, like, well, what is this? I guess it's like some English opening. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm probably missing some important candidates. So the rook is also attacked as well. So probably then, like, we really do have to like be super quick with some kind of attack. And I mean, it could be a case where like this is just the least bad move of our options. Oh no. See, this is how tired I am. I was like, oh, if the king takes this is a fork. Ignoring this bishop. Yeah, I really don't see anything other than this. But then when we take, literally, what is that? Don't know. I'm not completely convinced. I saw some movement on chat, and I don't wanna look just in case the answer is there. I'm sorry if it's boring you guys how slow I am at this today. I don't know. It has to. Oh, there's a check. Does that do anything? Oh, that probably does everything. Okay, this is why you need to look at every check in the position. You actually need to properly look. So Queen A4 check, did not see that coming. First of all, if the king is to move, then Rook F7 is just mate. If Queen check, what else is there? So if the bishop blocks, what have we achieved by this check? This really does look promising though. Or maybe it's all just bait. Maybe bishop d7 is just like... Can we combine the two ideas? Like knight f7, queen e7. Can we somehow combine these ideas? We can even play knight d6 check actually. Wow, okay, this position is much richer than I thought. So knight f7, probably then with the idea to take on d6 is actually killer. So this is the other thing as well. You should definitely consider candidates within variations, right? Like you're not forced to take this rook. So again, looking for checks, right? Just simply looking for checks. So knight takes d6. King can't go on the f-file. If the king is to come this way, then there's probably some good discovery. I feel like... Or just rook f7, like it has to be good. So I guess that means after knight f7, queen d7 is probably best, right? Because at least then on knight takes d6, then black can go king d8, and there's no discovery. But the white rook can still come to f7 with like serious counterplay, and we've saved both of our pieces. So this has to be good. This has to be good. Oh, so this is why Lichess is not ideal, because it really doesn't show like what the most human response is, because this is obviously winning for white by just taking the queen, right? Right. Am I not missing anything? No. So that's really disappointing, which is why maybe it's like an easier puzzle, because people just play knight f7 thinking they're going to take the rook, and we don't even see the proper reason. So if queen d7, yeah, knight takes d6 is the only move. So yeah, this really should be the line that is needed to be found. I presume that this is met with rook f7, yeah. Okay, cool. So did anyone find this move? Take the pawn instead with check. Nice job, Arjun. Nice job. He missed knight d6 to focus on the rook. Absolutely. So yeah, very important that not only do you look at candidate moves at the start, but you look at your candidate moves within a variation, right? And okay, even if you missed a candidate move within a variation, you should always keep in mind what your goal is of the position, right? Like, you know, I was able to persevere because I wasn't satisfied with this position. Like, you might at first be like, oh yeah, material's equal, but no, the knight is trapped. This isn't really ideal, so you should look for more if you feel like there could be more. But okay, next one. Okay, so let's again evaluate. I feel like maybe the puzzles are getting a little bit harder, which is good. Also, welcome Ferdinand to the stream. I don't recognize your name, so I'm wondering if I've met you and forgotten, unfortunately, or are you new to the chess lifestyle? So it's weird actually, like I don't know why in this delirious state of mind that I'm in. For some reason like I'm just seeing like I'm just getting an intuition on like what the move is without like really looking at anything, right? So okay, I tried and failed to do an evaluation because there are way too many pieces on the board to count. I think white is a pawn up, I might be wrong. Uh I felt like, you know, all these pieces are just so random looking. Like, this is, like, such a weird position to me. But what I did notice is that, like, when I was, like, scanning the pieces, I just naturally saw that these pieces are undefended. And we can simply fork. And it's like, you know, both of these moves come with check as well. So it just looks so strong, right? So I think, yeah, maybe white's a pawn up. Okay, our king isn't completely safe because there are obviously some threats. But maybe this king is a bit exposed, right? Like on like these diagonals and ranks. Um, so I'm guessing it's something to do with that. And I think if queen h4, how can white deal with this? Either white will need to play bishop f2, or maybe white can play rook d1. And actually, both moves look pretty decent, to be honest. Although, I guess on rook d1 we can take on f3 and take here. I feel like that should be enough unless this is like some unstoppable checkmate. But I have the feeling it isn't. Like we can always play rook g8 and there's no queen h6 because we've got a queen on h3. So we can hit and maybe bishop f2. And then do we actually have something there or not? Guys, I'm actually gonna fall asleep on stream. It's so bad. It's not even 11 p.m. Like, honestly, growing up, like you have, like life is tough. Life is tough. Okay, queen h4, bishop f2. I don't see something immediately. And what I shouldn't be doing is tunnel visioning this move, and I should really actually be disciplined enough to at least consider some candidates. So, what else do we have? For instance, rook takes f2. Sorry, rook takes f3 might be an important move to begin with. Maybe bishop takes c3, although I'm not really feeling it as much. Like, I feel like any recapture is probably alright. But definitely this has to be a consideration, right? And okay, do we have any intermezzos on the queen or any checks? Not that I can see. Can't even blockade this pawn if we were interested in stopping their attack, so probably we should just get on with ours. So, given that this caused me a bit of pain to deal with, what if we just take the rook first? So if we take the rook first, sure, they can threaten mate, but let's actually see. If they take back, now we play this, and hey, this is actually like, this is a bigger fork. And bigger forks is good, you know? So if we take on f3, what if they try and like threaten mate? Is that like something to be concerned about? I guess at the very least we can drop back rook f6, right? And we're just massive material up. Bishop takes, queen takes, trade the pieces, win the game. So yeah, I think it's just rook takes f3. Nice. And I assume queen h4, and we just pick up the knight. Nice. Let's see how chat got on. Hello, Melora. How is it going? How is life? I'm new. Hello, welcome, Ferdinand. Right, so I'm not normally this tired. I normally stream at like an earlier time than this, and I also don't have such a strenuous day for a number of reasons, which I'm not going to go into. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the vibes and trying to solve these puzzles with me. How did you become so good at streaming? I see a lot of people with a lot more following than you. I mean, not even 2 out of 10 of skill level you have. Well, firstly, thank you, Valora, for the compliment. It's probably a number of things, right? Like, first of all, I'm not actually entertaining you guys. Well, maybe I am partially, but like, I'm kind of just like training slash teaching, and I'm a chess teacher for my job. So that part comes naturally. And the training I've also done for several years now, so I guess that comes quite naturally too. And rambling on about chaotic thoughts is also something I naturally do. So to be honest, it's not actually so difficult, I think, for me to do whatever I'm doing right now. But yeah, I don't know. I also did stream shogi for like 6 months when I was like super into that, and like I did that like I did a lot of streaming that. So I think maybe then like, yeah, I gained some experience through that. But yeah, I think all of these things, like, it's just like, I think Melora, if you started like making some content or streaming, if that was something you wanted to do, I think it just comes with practice. Like, if you watch my first ever chess lifestyle video, like, it feels like so awkward. Like, at least to me, like knowing how I feel now on camera and stuff, and discussing and streaming and stuff, like, yeah, it felt like super awkward. So I think you just got to start somewhere, and then you just get better. Rook f3, then queen h4 wins. Nice, Lucas. Okay, let's move to the next. Oh god, an endgame. Again, like, I think the more tired I am, the more lazy I get, which means the less evaluation I do, and the more kind of, rook takes f3, bishop f1 check, and hope that like it works, but it probably doesn't. So no, let's not do that, and let's actually evaluate. So let's think carefully, understand exactly what's going on. Have a goal, right? Like, if you saw my recent calculation video, this is one of the most important things to take home. Have a goal with your calculation. Like, what are we trying to achieve? Okay, so the good news is I actually managed to evaluate this position at least relatively well, in my opinion. But I haven't really done too well with like my candidate moves and trying to formulate some kind of plan here. Oh, for the record, Arjun. Okay, without looking at chat, I don't want to see any answers. I was just gonna say that like with online chess, if you're having a bad day, or let's say you're in a state that I'm in right now, like just delirious, where maybe for some weird reason I would suddenly feel the urge to play some chess, play some rated blitz or rapid or bullet or whatever. It's very useful to have a second account that you can kind of just like spam games on, where you don't give a crap about any of it. Because sometimes I feel like, yeah, you know, like if you're in the mood to play, but you're not in the mood to like really play with full focus, then you should still be able to play, right? But you don't want to play on your actual account because then you will just feel bad if it goes wrong. So I think like, yeah, the second account is like the perfect solution. But again, I'm procrastinating because I can't find a move. So. Oh, I just found a new candidate, which definitely looks very promising. So, okay, I should do more scanning of the position. Okay, that looks like it's winning. That looks very, very strong. So, yeah, basically, my evaluation of the position was, okay, we're 2 pawns down, but it doesn't really matter because ultimately White's king is extremely weak, trapped on the side of a board near multiple of our pieces. Maybe these pieces can join the attack. And the difference is that these pieces can join the attack on the king, whereas this knight is extremely far away and cannot attack our king. So only this rook is the long range piece. And what is it going to do? Give us a check? Nobody cares. So, in this position, we would be looking at getting counterplay on this king. And for a while, I was looking at, okay, maybe rook here, maybe bishop here. Don't really see what's working. I mean, my stupid initial candidate thought was just very bad. But then I realized we have a check. So this is why, kids, we must know to look for our checks, captures, threats. So this is a check. We should look at it. Even if it looks like it can't be played, obviously it can be played. And therefore, this forces a response, which is great. And we can give another check. Now, if they go to the back rank, we can give a checkmate. If they come back, then we can simply play rook b1, which is brinkmate, to quote shogi terms, and we are threatening rook h1. And there seems to be the only way out is to sacrifice the rook, in which we are a rook up. And okay, we're 2 pawns down, but a rook is a rook. So for that reason, I believe the move is to push. Nice. Okay, I'm going to move to the next one. And as you guys are thinking, I'm going to make myself some more tea. I'm kind of enjoying this. I'll probably have to stop the stream soon, but let's drink some more. Alright. Okay, so. The only thing you're changing my hairstyle, not to be rude. Yo, that is extremely rude, Melora. Okay. I was gonna try and roast you about your hairstyle, but I see you have an anime character as your profile pic. So we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. But yeah, no. I mean, yeah. The thing is, you moved to a small town called Loughborough, and when your closest friends are a 13-year-old kid, a 60-year-old man, and a massive chess geek in between. Kind of appearance and looks goes completely out the window. So that is my excuse. I see some potential. Oh no, that was for the previous exercise. So G4, then maybe G3. Nice. Okay, good job, Melora. And I learned notation a little more now thanks to the tips. Amazing. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I mean, just like with calculation, it just really helps to have that extra bearing. It's like communicating with an actual formulated language as opposed to just trying to communicate with grunts and like waving your arms or something. So this is useful. But okay, let's try and solve this one. I think this might have to be the last one. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Okay. So, for the record, guys, my first thought, well, okay, not my first thought, but I really, really, really don't want to calculate this pawn endgame. Like, for the love of God, I do not want to calculate this. And for that reason, like this kind of position, right? I don't want to calculate that. I mean, maybe there's a different... exactly, right? There's so many options. I don't want to calculate it, so I'm going to see if there is an easier win. Because you don't want to calculate pawn endgames if at all possible. So, okay, to evaluate the position, black is currently a pawn up. Although they probably just taken a pawn. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, maybe there's this option to recapture. But hold on a sec. There's all this tension on the board, right? So, like, we need to probably confront this. And I guess it's kind of a cute position. Oh my god, wait, what? We can just take an... Oh, but they can take with the queen. So don't do that. So yeah, that's why looking at candidate options for the opponent is very important as well. They don't have to take with the king. They can take with the queen. So, yeah, material-wise, black is a pawn up. Lots of tension with the pieces. Probably black's king is weaker than ours just because we've got this dangerous pawn and controlling this g7 square. So... question is, what are our candidate moves? And to be honest, for me, I would be ambitious here. I wouldn't want to draw, I'd want to win. I feel like this move is so cheeky that I want to punish it and get the W. The only fear I have is that I'm going to have to calculate this pawn endgame because I'm not seeing anything immediately that jumps out to me. So again, checks, captures, threats. Have we looked at all of our checks, captures, threats? So if takes, queen takes, and do we have anything else that I really don't think so? Okay, we can check here. Again, we get to this kind of like pawn endgame type situation maybe. But this is just a much worse version because we lose this h-pawn. And if we do that, like what have we achieved except lose a move? So I don't think any checks are like particularly useful. And I think if we take back, I really don't trust it. Like, it just feels so wrong. But why? Why can we not just take back? Because I feel like if the queen ever moves, well, we've got mate in 2. So, like, what's the actual problem? So, like, if we take it... and they play like here, for instance. Like, what's going on? Right, guys, time to calculate the pawn endgame. Okay, so if takes, check, rook here, takes, king takes. Now, we have some candidate moves. Do we play b4? Do we take the pawn? These are the only candidate moves. I refuse to believe that anything else is good here. So, I feel like b4 is actually... we're so slow. We are so slow. There's no way that's going to be winning. But then how can this even be winning? Like, ain't no way. Alright, let's go for this. Check here. Takes, king takes. b4, king f7, king c2, king g6, takes the pawn, takes on h6, king here. Aha, and the point is the king can move, but they can't defend the pawn. So maybe something like this can happen. But they have the outside pawn, right? So they're going to be much faster. Like, if we get out of the way, they're going to queen first. And if we try and stop them, well, it doesn't matter because they can always trade this outside pawn. Black will win this pawn, and their king is going to be closer to these pawns, and they'll win. So unless the idea, which would be crazy, is to take, give check, take, and then take the pawn with the point that we're going to play c4, sack this pawn, win this pawn, and then we have this similar situation where they have this outside pawn, we have this inside pawn. I win the outside pawn, they win the inside pawn, and because we only have a rook's pawn on the board, then even if they win this pawn, maybe somehow I'm able to get my king to c1 in time and it's a draw. Like that's my thinking about this. Like I could calculate it, but I really don't want to. I really don't want to. And I'm annoyed that there's not a different move that's just like simpler. Unless it is taking this pawn. I didn't find a refutation to this, I think. Right? Or did I see, I'm already forgetting what I've calculated. Like this is just don't play chess when you're this tired. Like that's one of the most important things as well. Like if you're ever playing like a tournament or like you're playing like a game that you care a lot about, like your current state of mind and just physical condition is just so important. Like I remember like when I played this amazing year at the British University Chess Championships, I was the only player in the entire hall of like 200 players or something. I was the only player to win 5 out of 5 for my board in my section. So I was playing in the second division out of 4, and I was on board 2. My opponents weren't easy as well. Like I beat Gwilym Price, who's like a 2200, and I beat like some other like 2000s, and I won 5 out of 5. And I honestly think it was for 2 reasons. One was that I think I took like so many naps in that morning on like the train journey up just before the rounds. I had like slept like a good 10 hours while everyone else had like slept probably like 4 hours. So that really helped. And secondly, I think there was like a swimming pool at the venue, and I actually brought my swimming trunks, and I swam like before the rounds or something. So I was just feeling like so fit, so fresh, and I could just see everything. And it was easy. Game was easy, but yeah, in this state of mind, how are you supposed to see anything? I don't know if I'm missing something. Like I swear to God, if it's like a really obvious answer that I'm missing, like it's actually gonna be tragic. Are we actually gonna have to calculate this? I'm gonna be so sad if we're gonna have to calculate this. This is the other thing as well. People often forget that like certain like personality traits are actually really important to be a good or bad player. Like the fact that I'm so lazy to like actually do this. Okay, and I know laziness is relative. Like ultimately, I am still training, so that's not being lazy. But you know what I mean? Like to actually just be so against putting in effort to calculate. This is like not a good trait to have. But what to do? So let's take a look one more time. Take, and then king here, because what else? c4, probably they have to take. King c2, king g3, king c3, takes on h6, king takes c4, king g5. This time they can defend king e4, and I'm completely and utterly busted. Is b4 somehow a draw, like in that final position? And again, I still haven't answered. Can we just move one of these pawns now? Like, what is the actual threat? I really want to check chat, but I know I absolutely should not and can't. A move I'm just suddenly considering is, what if we actually grab a pawn? Is it just a free pawn? The thing is, they can take with check though. It feels so annoying. It feels so annoying. Swear to God, if it's just this, like... Maybe that's the point. Maybe this endgame is just lost, right? So we can't enter the endgame. So we have to just keep the tension. And if we have to keep the tension, then we need to deal with this pawn. Now, if we just play b4, they can play queen c6, keep tabs on this and their pawn. So maybe, therefore, we have to just take this pawn. Like, it feels like such a wrong answer, but I feel like it actually has to be. Oh my god, it's so obvious. I am so sorry, guys, for putting you through all of this. I'm so sorry. How long did this take me? Like 15 minutes? To literally not see that I can just beat up a whole rook. This is why. This is why you cannot play chess in this state. You cannot play chess in this state. It's actually horrendous. Oh my god. Okay, how many people got this? Yeah, Alvin, we are rook up after queen g7. Oh my god, tough puzzle. Yo, I'm actually okay, guys. This is the sign. Like, if you are ever getting to this point, let's say you're like grinding your whatever chess, like games, chess tactics, and you're missing like 3 rooks. Like, there's so many times when I've been playing online where I would be like hanging queens back-to-back games, and I still don't stop. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to come back. I'm going to stop being tight. No, you might come back a little bit. But if you had stopped at that moment, you may have got like minus 20 points. Whereas if you kept playing, you'll get minus 40 points and maybe get plus 10. And end on minus 30, which is lower anyway. So for the love of God, don't keep playing when you're in a state of mind like this. And thank God we didn't play b takes c3. Because, oh my God, to end on such a puzzle would be tragic. So, guys, we finished on 42. We managed to muster up, I think, nine puzzles. When the last stream we got 33. So the difference between 33 and 9, I don't think I have to make that clear. You guys are all, I'm sure, very able mathematicians. So I think we're gonna call it a day, guys. Chess at 2 a.m. is not chess. Yeah, incredibly, it's only 11 p.m. But I am absolutely shattered today. I'm completely dead. And yeah, it's just a blind spot. These things happen. Yeah, I'm kind of kidding, like how extreme I'm making this. But again, like, did I consider this move, or did I completely and utterly not look at this move? Like, I literally said we should look at all of our checks and captures, and then I think I just proceeded not to consider this move. Interestingly, this is a draw. No way. Who would have known? No way is this a draw. Yeah, this is lost, right? I completely missed that we can take this pawn. And yeah, of course, the rook endgame is probably still drawing. But yeah, the pawn endgame is lost. So at least we worked that out, which is good. But as you can see, very important to be able to see short combinations as well. Okay, guys. Oh, no game with Arjun? Yo, if Arjun's still here, you know what? I think I'll give him a game. I'll give him a game if he's still online. I mean, maybe that's what we can do, right? We can do one game at the end of every stream. I think that's something I can at least owe to you guys. Oh, for the record, do you see the position? It's probably too small for you guys to see, but this was a position that my student with a rook and knight failed to convert. For the record, he's like 7 years old, right? He failed to convert this second with this position with 15 seconds on his clock with plus 1 second increment. So he was playing on ChessKid, and this was the position. And I actually made him cry today. It was so bad. I made him cry because I was making him play this position against me with 15 seconds on the clock with plus 1 second to move. And I made him play it until he could beat me. And every time we learned something new about the position. So like in the game, he tried to checkmate the white king with knight and rook. And I was just like, why are you trying to checkmate? This is completely the wrong strat. What are you doing? So the next time, okay, he tries to win the pawn and like convert the endgame, right? He blunders the rook because he puts his knight and rook on light squares. So obviously against the light squared bishop, you shouldn't do this, right? So, okay, he starts to use dark squares. He starts to take my pieces. And again, somehow I swindle him and he fails. And yeah, he starts crying again and I feel terrible, but I'm like, okay, this is like actually really, really good. And I offered to him that we could increase the time to 30 seconds, right? Like I was feeling pretty bad. I was like, okay, this isn't nice. But he was like, no, let's keep doing the 15 seconds. I can do this. And he beats me. So absolutely incredible grit and determination from this 7-year-old boy. And yeah, managed to convert this position in the end. So yeah, that's the story behind this. Um, but yeah, let's play a game. Um, I'm gonna dirty flag Argent, so I'm gonna just challenge him to a 5-0, and not from this position. Let's just send him a game. Can we play Simmel sometime? Can't believe you bully kids, Lucas. I'm gonna be bullying you on March the 28th, so just you wait. Can we play Simmel someday? Yeah, why not? I mean, I think maybe we can do some kind of like if I reach I don't know 100 days of training in a row, something like this, then we can celebrate with a sim, or maybe something like this. For the record, this is not engine approved, but I've actually studied this position. I'm very, very content with it. So, yeah, if you think you can play like an engine here, be my guest and prove me wrong. This might be premature actually, but hey ho. Um, Interesting. Very tempted to take on E3. This is my debate. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's just keep the tension for now. I also wonder if Arjun is stream sniping. I'd be very curious. But for now, let's just keep going with our plan. Unless I'm missing something. Like honestly, guys, I'm so tired right now. I could literally hang a queen. Like Arjun just played b4, and I'm not gonna notice. I'm not gonna notice. Like I'm so tired. Okay. So this is actually all theory for me. I think I've literally studied this position. Maybe not with the bishop left hanging on e3. I think like maybe with like some bishop f4, something I've studied. But of course, then yeah, this pawn would drop. So this is why knight e2 is needed before you can move the bishop, and yeah. In a real 5-0 game, I would not be playing this slowly, just for the record. Like, I'm literally on my last legs right now. Like, I'm so tired. You guys don't understand. You don't understand. Like, when you have a day where, like, you can kind of, like, say that this day can be defined by this one defining moment or, like, activity. And I've had around 4 of these activities today. And it's just such a joke. Like, why is it, like, it's not even, like, I feel like it's not even completely my fault. It's just like bad timing with the universe. I mean, like, if I'd claimed the win against that opponent, like in the chess drama, like I would have fully appreciated the bad karma and just got on with it. But I even gave the guy a draw. Like, why am I getting this bad karma to like have to deal with all of this stuff? Okay, I didn't get to win a knight. That's a shame. You should always play for tricks, kids. Always play for tricks. Um, Why not? Just push the pawn. Has to be something. Um, and I wonder. Yeah, that bishop is too strong. I think we're gonna have to trade it off. And importantly, like my bishop was covering e6, but my knight is also covering e6, so I'm not like completely afraid. But now maybe I should be. So I think I'm gonna take once. We're actually down the clock. This is very, very careless of me. So I'm going to speed up a little bit. Okay, I think we can take here. Should be okay. And I think my king is safe enough on this side of the board. I know that's kind of where I'm pushing, but okay. Yeah, this is very natural as well. Probably I should take once. And what do I want to trade? I'm calculating some interesting lines that aren't looking so great for me, I have to say. Now, Arjun is playing a decent game. Arjun is definitely playing a decent game. Maybe I'm just playing horrendously. I feel like I should actually have something here, but I am not seeing it. I guess I need to probably start my own counterplay, right? Unless I'm actually hanging like a piece or something. Which I don't think I am. I think I can probably get away with c5. It looks a little sus. And definitely without increment, I shouldn't have spent a minute there, but again. Okay. Maybe I could have thrown in taking the rook and playing for bishop f8, but don't think that's great. Okay. Again, I don't know if taking the pawn is necessary, but it feels alright. Definitely my position is not looking great, I have to say. I don't know why the king feels right on this square. I think it just does for some reason. I think I want to play probably a6, just cover my king side a little bit better, and then try and like generate something. Let's play this anyway. Just a bit concerned. Oh, I just missed checkmate in one. That's nice. I just missed checkmate in one. Oh, what a day. What a day. What a day. This is why you should actually, make use of your training and actually look at candidate moves before just playing the first instinct that comes to your head, which is exactly what we've been trying to avoid. That's actually tragic. Like, how did I miss that? God. Guys, I'm the weakest 24 on Lichess right now. Like, I kid you not. Okay. We're gonna have to just play fast. Like, Arjun can play fast with. This is scary. This is very scary. Alright, we're just gonna have to go with the flow. Now there is no time to calculate. Like, now if I miss a mate in one, then I probably have to. Let's just take, even though this is probably not what I should be doing. I don't know. Maybe reroute it to somewhere useful. It's definitely not doing enough on c7. So, just chuck it in the corner and see if it comes out somewhere better. This is like how to play 2400 level chess. Was the pawn always on a3? Was it actually a mate? I'm doubting so much right now. Oh my god. I cannot lose this game. I cannot lose my first game against a viewer. I cannot. Come on. Okay. I need to improve my king safety as well. I just need to improve all my pieces, actually, because they're all trash. Maybe I've got some endgame prospects, actually. But yeah, I've definitely got some, like, potential of something. I don't know if it's, like, any of it is legit. But yeah, I've got some... Alright, let's put the king on this very dodgy square where the knights can give checks. We've also brought back the time, so I think... wait, that's completely fine. I think Arjun probably should have tried to flag me, but I guess it would have been tough as well. I think that would have been his best bet. But yeah, I mean, I guess seeing how I was missing checkmates in one. Do we give up the knight for this? Why not? Again, with 30 seconds, this is just about flagging now. So, oh, that's cheeky. That's very cheeky, Arjun. No. No queen for you. No queen for you. I don't care if I don't have a queen, I'm gonna flag you, so... like, literally not happening. Not happening. And the great thing about the modern, especially the Gurgenitsa modern, is that you always have better endgame prospects, so the structure is just so weak. If you haven't checkmated me, then I'm really coming for you. Okay, actually, please don't flag. Okay, nice try, but I think we're doing fine. And maybe let's throw this move in. And let's solidify here. And let's bring the rook in. Now Arjun is playing fast, but it's a bit too late. Although maybe it's not too late if he's actually really fast, which is very scary. Oh my god. Okay, I could have won that piece. Okay. Okay. Very dodgy. Very dodgy game. Actually really well played, Arjun, except for blundering mate in 1. Although, you know, anticipating how tired I am, maybe this was actually a good strat. Good game, another. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Like, I'm gonna start fresh tomorrow. It's gonna be a new day. We're not gonna be spending 15 minutes on a checkmate in 3 or whatever that puzzle was that I literally couldn't see. But yeah, good game, and I hope you found that quite entertaining. Spill the beans on the memes, Michael. Again, the racist meme story. That is a whole saga that I'm gonna have to cover another time. So, unfortunately, guys, that is the end for today. But see you guys tomorrow, as always. And yeah, maybe we should do like 100th day of streaming. We'll like do a simul or something. Why not? Is it really a blunder if the opponent doesn't see it? I completely agree. This mindset cannot be stressed enough as a positive, healthy chess mindset. And on that note, I guess see you